Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. You're watching News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. The mother of a North Omaha murder victim expressing outrage after the Department of Health and Human Services asked a judge Tuesday to release the teen who shot her son. The shooter's now 15, has been in custody for almost 2 years. They would return to their parents if released. Investigators argue the shooting at 52nd and Curtis Avenue back in 2022 was pre-planned. 19-year-old Alon Reed was shot 10 times in the head. The shooter was just 13 at the time. They would have been facing time behind bars if they'd been 14, but since they were 13, Nebraska law requires the case to go through juvenile court, where the focus is on rehabilitation rather than punishment. No decision was made Tuesday on the next step in the case. The juvenile court judge continued the hearing until Wednesday to hear from another witness. Well, egg prices have been elevated for a while now, and a new development means they likely won't be coming down anytime soon. The nation's largest producer and distributor of fresh eggs is experiencing a bird flu outbreak. Cal-Maine Foods says they've temporarily stopped production at a facility in Texas. The state agriculture commissioner says the company has to depopulate 1.6 million laying hens and 337,000 pullets. Cal-Maine says it's working to secure production at other plants to minimize the disruption to its customers. Officials say the current risk to the public is still minimal. A proposal to raise Nebraska's sales tax passed the first round of voting Tuesday afternoon, but not without drawing fierce debate from legislators. LB 388, proposed by State Senator Lou Ann Linehan of Elkhorn, seeks to use sales tax funds to supplement property tax relief. The bill seeks to cap spending by cities and counties and includes exceptions for spending on police, fire, and correctional services. It would also raise sales taxes in Nebraska by up to 1%. The bill overcame cloture by a 33-6 vote before passing the general file 28-12. It's nowhere near done. It was a sort of framework bill that was passed to a second-round vote, with the details still to be ironed out. Meanwhile, Nebraska's governor used a call to his fellow conservatives yesterday to urge them to push a proposal to make Nebraska a winner-take-all state in presidential elections. The bill, introduced by Central City Senator Lauren Lippincott, it proposes reinstatement of a system that would give all 5 of Nebraska's electoral votes to the statewide winner in presidential elections. Nebraska started splitting its electoral votes in 1992. They gave 1 per each congressional district and an additional 2 for the statewide result. President Joe Biden won 1 of the state's 5 electoral votes in 2020. Former President Barack Obama also claimed the state's 2nd district in 2008. Statewide, Nebraska's not gone for a Democrat since Lyndon B. Johnson in 1964. Nebraska and Maine, the only states that currently split their electoral votes. Well, next month, 23 million low-income households could lose a subsidy that provides for their internet service. The Affordable Connectivity Program is expected to run out of funding at the end of this month. The Federal Communications Commission says those that are enrolled in the program will keep getting the subsidy through this month. But starting in May, internet companies will have the option to offer partial discounts using any of the remaining federal funding. The subsidy gives households up to $75 off internet bills each month. There is some bipartisan support to continue the subsidies, but lawmakers haven't passed an extension. For now, officials have stopped accepting new applications and enrollments. Sticking with tech news, defunct cell phones, busted TVs, washed up washing machines. A recent UN analysis found that the amount of electronic waste that's generated globally is growing 5 times faster than it can be recycled. This leads to a host of environmental, health, and climate concerns. Michael Yoshida digs into the issue and offers some helpful tips on how you can safely dispose of old phones, tablets, and other gadgets.
From e-cigarettes to broken appliances and old cell phones, global electronic waste, or e-waste, has reached record highs. Some 68.3 million tons in 2022 alone, according to a recent United Nations report.
That's equivalent to the weight of over 100,000 of the world's largest passenger aircrafts. If you put them together, that's enough to form an unbroken queue from New York to Athens, 5,000 miles.
As the world becomes more reliant on electronics, the recycling of gadgets and appliances is not keeping pace, something experts are hoping will change with more awareness.
Better managing e-waste means better health. Health for the planet, but also health for ourselves, because a lot of the components in e-waste can be very toxic to humans.
Along with environmental and health reasons to recycle, there's a big money incentive too. E-waste often contains rare earth metals.
If we had been able to reuse and collect all what is in e-waste, we could have generated over $91 billion in value just in 2022.
So how can you safely recycle your e-waste or give it a second life? Experts say if the gadget is old but still working, see if a friend or a family member wants it. Another option, see if you can trade it in for a new device or credit. And if you do choose to get rid of your item, make sure it goes to a certified recycler. I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Central Community College is the first Nebraska college to feature a new artificial intelligence patient simulator. Ana Ruth Luga Mejia got a look at it and has more.
Ivan, on a scale
Sure, go ahead.
Central Nebraska nursing students are now more equipped to deal with real-life situations thanks to newly acquired technology. Central Community College is housing the most state-of-the-art simulation center in the state. The college has recently added the Hall S5301 mannequin called Ivan. Jared Kochwer is with Gomer Scientific. He says this kind of AI healthcare technology is also used in hospitals and the military.
They're human patient simulators, so they are meant to give the student the effect that they are working on a real patient inside a clinical settings.
Ivan is made of realistic silicone model skin and is able to answer questions.
I'd rather not disclose any information about my civil status.
Dean of Nursing Pam Beal says communication skills tend to be the weakest area for students.
This is going to give us the opportunity to really work on that particular skill because we don't know what he's going to actually answer or say. So it could lead you down a lot of different directions, but then it's also going to force that student to really think about what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. Do I need to be more clear in my information or my direction?
Second-year nursing student Olivia Peszek says Ivan will help them in learning how to react to different situations.
This is a safe space to make mistakes, and this is where it's not going to be as deadly or as detrimental in the real life. So might as well make them here, where we have, our classmates and our instructors are giving us constructive criticism on what we can perform better in.
I think this is going to help the way that healthcare is done in this area for the next 10 years. These nursing students at Central Community College are going to be very ready to go.
Okay, I'm ready to answer their questions.
In Grand Island, Ana Ruth Lugo Mejia, New Channel, Nebraska.
The town of Albion is beaming a beautiful color for an even more beautiful cause. Andrew Pfeiffer has more.
April may signal the end of Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, but for 36-year-old Ashley Pedro, the battle continues every day.
I'm not dying anytime soon because I'm stubborn as HE double hockey stick.
In Albion, Pedro's community has rallied to support her. Blue is the color that represents the fight for colorectal cancer patients.
I have stage 4 colorectal cancer. So for patients like me and survivors like me, advocating isn't just the month of February and the month of March. It's 24/7, 365 for us.
Everything has changed. Like, I think about how things would be different if she would never been diagnosed. I feel like it brought our family closer together.
Pedro is calling to Congress in regards to the Labor of Health and Human Services Appreciations Bill, a bill that would grant $51 million to underfunded areas dealing with CRC.
When I'm advocating, it's not for me, it's for everybody else.
According to the Center of Disease Control, colorectal cancer is the #2 cause of death for both men and women nationwide. Additionally, in that report, there are 53,000 projected deaths for this year due to CRC. In Nebraska, the recommended age to get tested is between the ages of 45 and 72, according to the Nebraska Colon Cancer Screening Program. Reporting in Albion, Andrew Pfeiffer, Carter, News Channel, Nebraska.
And finally, fans in Kearney had the chance to buy tickets for the spring volleyball match. And it's safe to say they were excited to do so. Michael Shively has more.
This line, snaking around the entire expo building at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds, sends a clear message. Never underestimate Husker fans.
We are Husker fans. I'm not going to say crazy, just Husker fans.
Never mind that the line was for a spring exhibition volleyball match against Denver University. Never mind that it was 33 degrees with a 25-mile-an-hour north wind. Of course, this wasn't in Lincoln either. It was in Kearney, 2 hours away from the Huskers' home base. Nothing stops Nebraskans from seeing their team. Just ask Dan Pinkerton.
I promised my daughter I was going to be here first, no matter what. I'm getting her and I a ticket, and so I was here at 1:30.
Tickets didn't go on sale until 10 a.m., but he wasn't the only early riser.
Well, we got here at about midnight, and we were able to sleep in the car for about an hour, and we saw the first guy get in line at 1:30. We're like, oh, is it already time to hop in line? But we ended up getting in line at about 4 o'clock.
It's really cold. If it wasn't windy, it'd be fine.
And then drove every hour just to see how many people were in line and if I needed to pack up and come over here. So I was here 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 I finally parked.
Brenda Medina from Kearney, Nebraska. I've been here since 6:30.
Why have you been here since 6:30?
Because I'm buying volleyball tickets.
We should be able to get the lower seats, we're hoping.
We're 217 now. We're
Yeah.
217.
Yeah, 214 and 215. Yeah, we know. I took a head count.
My granddaughter just had her 13th birthday. She plays volleyball, so Nana's taking one for the team and getting her tickets.
And it will all be worth it come May 4th at UNK's Health and Sports Center.
There you go, yeah.
You got him. Yay!
Yes, it was worth the wait. We had lots of fun.
Just over 1,000 tickets were allotted to the host, Kearney Public Schools, UNK, and the Kearney Visitors Bureau. The roughly 4,000 remaining tickets sold out in 45 minutes to fans hopeful the spring match will be the first step in a historic season.
We're psyched because we're going to win the national championship this year.
There you go.
In Kearney, Michael Shively, News Channel, Nebraska.
And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Click on the News tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.